Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Hades, where today we are going to win a spear run. So we're using the, I forget what the name of this aspect is already. We're using the Achilles aspect because I think if you have no keys invested in the Zagreus aspect, Achilles is just strictly better, right? Because we can pull the spear back the normal way. We could just treat it the same way we would if we were running this, but we also have the option of dashing out. And I'm going to try not to fixate on that too much. It has not worked out for us very well in the past. Not that it's like a bad thing, I'm just bad at using it. But maybe it would be smarter to not try to rush so much and just play with it like it's the normal spear. I don't know. Another thing we're going to do this run
should switch things up.
Is we are going to use the Thunder Signet. We're gonna pull Zeus, and we're gonna try to get more familiar with not just Zeus's personal boons, but also Zeus's duo boons. And I'm debating whether I want to pull him right now so that we get the maximum number of Zeus pulls and we can like really dig in, or if we want to go coin purse first. I think let's take the Signet just right from the jump here. Maybe I'm cursing us by saying this, but I think I've gotten good enough at the game that I can win a one heat run without playing totally optimally with our resources. We'll see. And yeah, snake oil. We do now have access to extreme measures. We can do a multiple sister version of the Tartarus fight, and honestly, maybe that's what we'll do for 2 heat, is just run extreme measures and snake oil together. But let's do it like this. Let's go.
What's the worst that could happen?
Now that we know how all 3 of the sisters behave, all 3 of the Furies.
Death keeps mortals well in check. You'd best learn to fear something yourself. You hear me, boy?
But what though? The worst thing that could possibly happen is I just end up in the blood pool again. It's not really that concerning.
My brothers Hades and Poseidon once fought bravely by my side. You know that, don't you, nephew? We prevailed against the Titans and established law upon the earth. Your father then descended to the land of death, and we've not seen much of each other since.
Boy, that feels like a story where a couple of steps are being left out, huh? Okay, your cast is a burst of chain lightning that bounces between foes. You know what? The Raging Rush boosts the damage of your next 2 attacks or casts by 50%. So taking a cast that is guaranteed to hit multiple targets does kind of let us maximize the benefit of that. Maybe we have kind of a cast build going. It's a cool idea, at least. And gemstones right away, man. Oh well, what are you gonna do? It's not like we have no use for them, just almost no use.
More wretches.
I mean, that's a lot of damage, especially if you're hitting him from the back, which you often will be because, you know, you Raging Rushed. Plus, me using the cast instead of me trying to rely on attack right away does mean that I'm not just, like, burning the bonus for no reason, because I think we saw on a number of occasions. Let him walk past. Yeah, that's pretty effective. We saw on a number of occasions that when I'm trying to spend the bonus on attacks, I have a tendency to just, like, spam the attack button and hit nothing at all for the first couple. Also, even without the bonus, it is just, like, a lot of damage. Yeah, I like this. I like this cast quite a bit. As soon as I right-click there, I was like, what are you, stupid? Just firing it directly into the pillar? But fortunately, fortunately, Zeus has the power to correct for my idiocy. I'm not really sure. I want to give more ambrosia to Orpheus, partially because he's just like a character we don't know a lot about, and partially because I feel real bad for him. So I think that's what we're saving it for, and then obviously we want to hold on to 1 at all costs, just to make sure that when we meet whoever the final character that we can gift to is, we can give it to him. I said that in a very non-optimal way, but hopefully you get what I was doing. Yeah, we can skip a heart for this. We may end up getting more health from this than we would from the heart anyway. We could also just give a bunch more to Chaos. I suppose that's something. I do love Chaos. Yeah, you know what? You get one.
This is for you, Master Chaos. Everyone beneath the heavens and earth enjoys this stuff.
You honor me in making such an offering, though please, it is not necessary to endear yourself using material means, for it is the thought alone which counts.
Right, but if I don't give you the ambrosia, then that's me having had a different thought.
You have met many of the Olympians by now, each spurring you toward their mountaintop. They place such value on familial bonds, that none of them remember who I am. Do not place too much faith in them, O son of Hades.
Okay. Afterward, your special deals plus 41% damage. That's, I mean, we're going to be doing the special a lot. That's certainly interesting. But this early in the run, I think I'm just going to take Pauper's Affluence. We'll go without money for a little while, in exchange for a whole lot of money later.
The whims of Master Chaos.
A nice early cash boon has been very effective for us in the past.
More numbskulls. I see you.
I'm trying to get a handle on what the bounce distance for the lightning is, because it seems like it'll bounce quite a lot, but it has a pretty short seek distance some of the time. I'm not even sure what it was doing bouncing in that direction there. Yeah, it doesn't always behave terribly sensibly. And a couple of times in that room we saw it bounce off toward absolutely nothing for some reason. So these, in the first world, these are 5 heat. Honestly, we might just turn the heat up a little bit more on future runs. We don't have to go to 2. We could probably do a little bit higher. Do I want to go to the shop? 244 is pretty good, but I think we'll just take a high rarity boon. I don't know what exactly, but we'll figure it out once we see what the options are. Yeah, geez, look at the damage stack up. I will say one thing that is maybe not great. I can't believe I let myself get hit by that. One thing that is maybe not great about Athena is that I don't think she makes it very easy to get a status effect. I was thinking we might be able to get the jolted thing from Zeus, and then if we can get one other status effect, we can get the benefit of that status curse damage.
Hail and good tidings to you, noble cousin. May you be swift and thorough, vanquishing the dead who dare oppose you.
Yeah, I try. Your dash deals damage and can deflect is pretty cool, though. I think we'll just take this. Divine Dash has some value. Yeah.
The Shield of Light.
Alright, more Zeus stuff.
Oh, good. In the name of Hades.
So the Zeus's Aid is certainly cool. After you take damage, your foe is struck by lightning. We could try to get some revenge stuff going, and then hope to find that boon that makes your revenge effects go off for free. 120 is a considerable amount of damage. And we could still go after Zeus's Aid, but try to just hold out for a higher version of it, the epic version. I'm gonna take Heaven's Vengeance.
Is my hair sticking up?
Maybe we can get a cool revenge build going. It would certainly be different from the things we've done in the past. Alright, well, I guess if we're going to take a reward that doesn't really do very much, we may as well do the hard version of it and get as much of the thing as possible. Damn it. That was a very effective dodge on their part.
Come die again.
I am really digging the chain lightning. This is working out very well. I guess I should have done another special before throwing the third one. I wasn't expecting that guy to already be dead by the time I was casting there.
Look what I found.
If anything, we're doing far too much damage. Okay, nice early hammer. I like that. I don't know what we're looking for from it.
Numbskulls.
Now, I'm not using the spin at all. So it's possible that the thing we're looking for is maybe fast spin, but also we could take the flurry strike thing that makes you attack super fast and unable to spin. It's like the fact that we're already not using the spin makes me feel like that's not really much of a price to pay.
My boon from Master Chaos has evolved.
Plus 50% critical chance on recovery. I don't even know if this works with the rush. It might. Special deals plus 400% damage to armor is okay. I mean, it'll certainly make some rooms less annoying. I think I want to take Vicious Skewer. We're doing, even if we're not getting the bonus critical chance, like the special just dealing plus 50% damage is pretty good, considering how often we're throwing it. That's a shame. Oh yeah, also we should start looking for gold pots again now that we can make money. Honestly, I don't know that we lost almost anything at all from the inability to earn money for a while there, because we didn't see a lot of golden pots or anything. And you get some stuff just from enemies dropping cash occasionally. Alright, let's try to... I can't believe I missed. What I was about to say is, okay, we did get a crit there, so the bonus crit chance totally does work with Raging Rush. I'm enjoying this. This is a fun build so far. And I have a good feeling about the place this is going. Like, I have that, the game feels like it's moving slower today. I'm in that decision-making rather than reacting place. Usually bodes very well for us. It's so weird how, like, that's a thing that's entirely internal, right? It's not like the game is actually different in those different circumstances. I just, like, some days I am wound up, man. This is a great reward for us right now. So what do I think I want first? Ooh, a Chaos Gate too. What an excellent room. Let me think here. We have a pretty good sense of what Zeus's punishment for angering him is going to look like. So maybe we want to take Zeus first just so that we know what Athena's does. Because she doesn't really, like, it doesn't make sense for her to just be shooting AoE damage at us. I'm trying to think, have we ever seen Athena be the god that Theseus calls to? I don't think so. Yeah, let's find out.
Olympus, I accept this message.
So the blue quality Zeus's Aid is available to us again, or we could take Static Discharge. I am not necessarily in love with base damage Static Discharge. Let's just grab Zeus's Aid now. This is fine.
The Thunder God's might.
I'm disappointed you would spurn me like this, cousin. Know that I retaliate not out of spite, but by necessity.
In what? Why? How is this necessity? She'll get over it. Whatever. Oh, is Athena making the enemies temporarily invincible? Is that what those shields were? I think we went right through that guy without dealing damage to him. That's, you know, that's annoying, but it's not that dangerous. I guess it could be really bad if you were in a part of the game where the enemies are a bigger problem. Also, I do want to... Jesus, what am I doing? I do want to acknowledge, by the way, just so everybody is aware that I'm aware of it. Right, don't shoot at the guy who's invincible. I'm talking about all these revenge effects in terms of, like, how can we make these active and available to us? As though I'm never going to take damage, we are getting value out of the lightning strike thing, because I am getting hit like a big baddie.
Now then, I hope we can move past this little incident and keep our focus on the task at hand.
Attacks that can deflect also make foes exposed. We don't have deflection yet. Oh, we have the dash. Okay, so our dash causes exposed. I think I want to take that. That seems pretty good.
Goddess.
Alright, and shop versus Chaos Gate. I mean,
Might as well.
you have to see a hell of a thing to make you not want to take the Chaos Gate. Or at least I have to see a hell of a thing to make me not want to take a Chaos Gate. I guess I shouldn't speak for everybody.
In the name of Hades.
Notice we are not allowed to give him another Ambrosia. For the next 5 chambers, reward previews are hidden, but you get a big cast bonus damage. I think we want to take that. We're going to be using our cast a ton.
Chaotic strength.
5 chambers is a long time for reward previews to be hidden, but is what it is. Okay, put us in the shop anyway. So, Artemis and a Heart is a pretty good shop. Are we missing any? It looks like there's not any cash to be earned here. Yeah, I'll take these.
Keep me going.
I mean, it's boring, but also, it's clearly the correct option, right? Yeah.
Time to hunt.
Yeah, let's take that.
Who's it going to be? Greetings, Alecto.
You're no god. You're nothing but a piece of trash. Born into all of this. And you don't even want it.
You seem to have me all figured out. And here I thought we were still getting to know each other.
Well, you want to know what I want? Here, I'll show you.
Yo, the spikes on her shoulder pad just seem like incredibly dangerous. If she ever got hit in the side of the head in combat, she would impale herself. Also, they do look a little bit like butt plugs. I'm not saying that they're definitely butt plugs, but like, they look a little bit like butt plugs. Right, don't be next to her. That's probably a bad... Ow, I walked on a very well hidden trap. Oh right, she's building up the rage. Sorry, I remember how her mechanics work. It's not that I don't want to be next to her, it's that I want to be stabbing her constantly. Also, I gotta remember that when I hit her with my dash, we make her more vulnerable to backstab damage. I was hoping I could perform the whole throw your special and then dash after it thing there before her spell went off. I'm taking kind of a lot of damage here. Not doing a good job of managing the position of my ammo. Like, I very frequently feel like I don't know where all my bloodstones are. I will say that the deflect dash makes panic dashing a way better strategy. Like, if you don't know what's going on, just mash the dash button until you are okay.
She wasn't very nice. Darkness.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not feeling super sanguine about the amount of damage that I have taken over World 1 here. It's alright, like I said, I feel kind of in control today, things are going to be okay.
Don't mind me, Father.
Yeah, we'll take a Trove Tracker. Do I want the Hydrolite as well? Probably not. We probably don't need that. Alright, so we got our Zeus boons coming in. What else do I want? If we were gonna try a revenge thing, Ares has Doom on revenge, right? If we could get just like Doom charges passively going off on people all the time, that's pretty cool. I'm trying to think, have we seen a revenge thing from each god? I don't remember. I think I'm gonna force Ares. Let's see if we can maybe get some stuff going here. Or Poseidon. I think I maybe remember Poseidon having one. Also, I bet Zeus and Poseidon have a duo boon, right? They must. We can try to force Ares next. Let's force Poseidon for now. I'm kind of curious. The duo boons are maybe one of the things in the game that I think is the coolest.
See you, Tartarus.
So what would it be? It would be something about like your lightning effects knock people back, or I don't know. Sometimes they're a little surprising.
Getting warmer.
I really, really would like to see them all. I wonder how many more of these do we have? Oh, only one more. Okay, cool.
My chaos boon switched to a new effect.
I don't think it actually prevented us from making a choice at any point, right? Like, we never actually had an option of picking from 2 doors there. It's just like no downside at all to this particular very strong Chaos Boon. Yeah, geez, look at the damage. Ow, and then I just walk into stuff because I'm too busy looking at the damage. Yeah, I like this very much. We are in a good spot here. Alright, which kind of trove did we get? It is the money trove. Great.
Sure, why not?
Exactly what I was hoping for. Although, to be perfectly honest, I would have liked a red key money trove. That would have been pretty cool here. Yeah, the damage feels like very legitimate. I keep trying to get a little bit too clever and use the dash to use the raging rush to avoid things, but you can't throw the spear and then initiate the rush fast enough for that to work.
Now what?
Okay, Hermes versus Pomegranate. Don't I have... Shouldn't Poseidon be one of my choices if I'm going to be offered boons from gods? Hermes' boon is like a little different. He doesn't really count in the same way. I guess we take Hermes over the Pom. I mean, like, we have some good stuff. A Pomegranate boost on our cast boon would be pretty cool. I think I might actually just take that. Yeah, now while we don't have a lot of boons and there's a better chance of getting the one we're looking for.
Look who.
Oops, that was not ideal. Alright, dash through as many projectiles as possible. This is a fun build. I didn't necessarily think that the Athena dash was like a super great thing when we took it. I just took it because we had to take something, but it totally rules. It completely rules. This game is just... I don't know if it's clear from the tone of my voice every single episode, but this game is just a huge amount of fun. It feels so good to play. Alright, give me something good.
Delicious.
We did not get a boost to our cast. Do I want to take pressure points or divine dash? I dash around so much that I deal the damage of my dash a lot, but I think it's hard to turn down pressure points here.
Thank you, gods.
I'm not too upset about that. Honestly, that is probably better than a level up on the cast damage. Alright, still no Poseidon boon. Do we want the shop? 259's a little bit low, but the darkness is basically a dead room anyway. I think we take the shop here.
Next island.
Alright, show me a boon and a pomegranate. Okay. That's not bad. I mean, I kind of wish it was a different boon than this, but...
You mate?
Move faster, extra dashing. After you dash, you run real fast for a little while. I don't even think that I like that. And my big concern with this is that I will not be used to the move speed, and I will accidentally run into traps. I think I'm going to take Greatest Reflex.
Hermes.
But I'm not wild about any of those. I should definitely have taken the pomegranate first. That was silly. Well, alright, pressure points again. Apparently we're just going to be offered the same choices every time.
Say hi to Hermes for me. More wave makers.
One thing that I have not been paying a huge amount of attention to, and I probably should, is whether those gates that give you a reward if you have a certain amount of heat always appear or not. I feel like we see them a lot, but I'm not certain that it's 100% of the time. Yep, good build. Good, solid build here.
No.
And see, with that one, when I aim poorly and waste all of the buffs from my Raging Rush, at least there's a chance that they will come back and help. They will come back and aim correctly for me.
I'm rich.
I do feel pretty rich. I'm already back at 187. And Chaos Gate buffs. Okay. Pretty much a no-brainer there. As much as I like Dionysus. Let's take a Trove Tracker. Do we want the Life Essence? It's kind of an expensive heal. Just like in terms of gold, 2 points of health. Yeah, I think I'll take it just in case. I probably don't need it, and that maybe was not a good idea, but I'm trying to be a little bit on the safe side here. Oh, hey, look who it is. There we go. Actually managed to hit with one of those. It is a real shame that she, what do you call it? The deflect doesn't actually deflect the stones right back at her for some reason. You just feel free to actually come down here anytime. Oh. Wow, she went down fast. I feel like our damage is really good. Alright, so we got 2 charges of the effect. Hit him with the cast real fast. Yeah. And he happened to come down on top of the lava, which is very helpful.
Little Hades, it appears that you are moving right along, almost at an uncanny pace. I wonder how you got to be so fast. Aquatic exercise?
Yep, that's probably it. Oh, look at all the purples. Your attack deals more damage and knocks foes away. Do we want that? I kind of do want people to back off. I feel like this is sort of a long-range spear build. I think I'm going to take that.
The ocean's fury.
I also, like, part of me was like, gee, I hope we don't see the special buff. Because I don't want to push people away with my special. I want to be able to rush through them with Raging Rush. But in general, I'm coming to, like, really value the pushback for just knocking enemies into pillars and stuff. We've had a lot of good experiences with that so far. And since it's on our basic attack, that means we have the pushback on our dash attack, which means it's really easy for me to do something like this, where I change my angle and then push them into a thing that wasn't actually directly behind them. Yeah, that's pretty good. God, the dash attack on the spear is so cool. That was a really nice little change. All you have to do is, even if the attack remains like kind of mechanically unexciting, all you have to do is make it look a little bit cooler. It's remarkable how much better it feels, like, immediately. Did I say you could leave the lava? No, I did not. Get back over there. Okay, well, that'll work. That's fine. God, look at the cast damage. Man, if we can get a couple of good pomegranates on that, think how good that'll be. Oh, God. Very nearly got hit by that. There you are.
Okay.
Alright, show me cast boost.
Let's grant me strength.
Boy, that sure didn't do the thing I said. This is a pretty big bonus to the backstab damage. This will be really relevant against bosses. In particular, I bet we're going to get this a lot on the Minotaur. Maybe I take the Divine Dash? We're already, because of the fact that we have the exposed thing, we're already pretty incentivized to dash through people.
I'll earn your favor yet.
And then a Trove Trial, which just, like, is very obviously a thing we want to do. I'm kind of curious. Pomegranate Shop Hermes buff. We can probably get to a... If we can get anywhere near 300, the shop is really strong. We'd have to do this almost immediately to get 135 out of it, though. It seems like it might just be too many enemies for us to kill them that quickly. Damn it, stop dodging!
Damnable fools.
That guy definitely cost us several gold by just jumping back and forth like an ass instead of fighting me. Yeah, we only made it to 288. We would have had to do that really, really fast. And 288's a really awkward number. If we had gotten at least to 290, then we'd be in position to get there off of a single golden pot in the shop. So does that mean it's better to just go get the pomegranate or the Hermes buff? And we could get a boon. We have enough money for, like, boon heart. Boon heart would be a pretty great pull, or boon pomegranate. There's pretty good odds we will get 2 decent things from the shop. Let's go try it. Because really, I guess that's where I'm at, is that it's better to go to the shop if you get 2 relatively good things. This is okay. I would rather have had a boon than one of these, but I'm fine with this. More damage on the revenge thing? Honestly, yeah, that seems okay.
That's a relief.
And you can never have enough pomegranates. Alright, let's see if we can get through the Hydra fight without losing a life.
Get back in the lava.
Probably not.
And no one gets hurt.
Aw. I really wish that when he goes impervious, he would drop my ammo immediately. Like, we'll get it back eventually, but it's very annoying for cast-based builds that you spend some amount of the time just not able to do your cast no matter how much you want to. And at least with normal enemies, you could say, okay, well, at least I have something I can do toward victory here. I could just kill the enemy, right? I'm consistently dashing too early when he pulls the head slam thing, and so I'm finishing my dash before he hits the ground. Well, as far as doing this without losing a life, I think it is pretty certain that that is not happening. Okay, the wave shooting head is a little bit less scary with the deflect dash. We at least have some strategy here. And honestly, us getting a ton of purple heads is kind of okay. I think purple is maybe the least threatening head on this layout. I mean, obviously the green one's not exactly terrifying. Keep moving, keep moving. You stop for even a second, you are going to get hit by absolutely everything. We have greater call available, but I'd really like to wait until the main head is vulnerable again before doing that. Okay, here we go. More lightning for you. Yeah, we got through that quickly. I am just about to lose a life. It is absolutely happening. No way around it. But I don't know, there's no reason to think that I'm necessarily going to die again. I will say the green head is a little bit more intimidating in this version of the fight, just because there's not a lot of safe ground, so there being enemies matters a lot more. Whereas in the normal version of the fight, you can play keep away in that big room forever. I'm just trying to play calm, be smart. I'm doing enough, like, we do just enough raw damage, especially when we get lucky and get a crit or two, that I don't actually have to be engaging with the gimmick all the time. Like, I can just stand and fight, which is good, because our gimmick's a little dangerous in a room that's this full of lava. Like, this is a good opportunity, right? God, the lightning crit damage is very intense. Alright, big guy, just you and me. I like my third dash. I wish I could get 1,000,000. I wish I could get 7 dashes. Do I think that we are getting to greater call? Or should I just start spending my calls now to shorten the fight? You know what? I don't think we're getting to greater call. Let's do it. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty actually very good. I'm feeling confident about it. And while we're on the boat here,
Take that.
I am gonna check my Discord message that I got during the fight in case it's an emergency. Actually, tabbing out of the game seems to completely stop it from working. Never mind. I'll look at my messages later.
No paradise awaits you, boy.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine.
138. Oh, we're taking the Light of Ixion. No doubt. And then, we're probably still not in a place where I want to use Hydra Light. Alright, let's force Ares. You might be wondering, who on Earth could possibly have a message, an emergency, communicated to them via Discord? Is that the channel for that sort of thing? I get what you're saying. That's a weird way to phrase that, but listen, my mom uses Discord, and sometimes a thing can happen.
I can take it.
I bet if there was some kind of family emergency, there's a pretty good chance that that's how my mom would communicate it to me.
In the name of Hades.
Minus move speed plus cast ammo is definitely interesting. We've had some problems with minus move speed in the past, but we do have an extra dash here, which is helpful. Our cast is really powerful. I think I'm going to take that.
It shall be so.
Well, you sure do feel minus 50% speed, though. Alright, everything's going to be fine. We move entirely in Raging Rush and dashes anyway.
Split this.
Oh, okay, that works. Okay, you can see this is going to be a problem. Shield guy is always bad. Aha, take this! That's a pretty successful dodge. Oh, interesting. Maybe the trap explosions always work on them regardless of their facing? Oh god, oh god. Chariots. Chariots always bad. I just got hit by a trap because I was moving too slow to walk away from it, and I was not thinking about needing to dash. Okay, well that's going to deal with them. I'm just going to get out of the way here. Not a very successful room.
Cheers.
Well, man, do I want to do a trove trial? This might be a bad idea. I'm gonna hit it, but I have reservations. Let's make that clear right now. Ah, the lightning damage is so good. Oh no, my Poseidon thing, when I hit him, it pushed him out of the area of the explosion. Nope, wait, don't stand there. Don't stand there. Spear traps. Spear traps. Okay. I managed to make that a problem for the enemy without getting myself killed by it. Ow. I overdashed into a different spear trap. Nope, stay in there. Oh. I can't believe he didn't get hit by that.
I can't.
Okay. That should be the end of the damage. Not a very successful trove
I
trial.
expected more from the Exalted.
There we are.
Kind of expected more from myself. You know what would be really cool is like a huge amount of health on the ground for no reason. I get behind some of that. Do I have to take a 235 gold shop for fear of dying? I think I maybe do. It's not ideal, but... Alright, show me a gold pot.
How goes it, mate?
Yeah, like heart plus food's not too bad.
I can use this. 5-second rule. That was 5 seconds, right?
There we go, I feel okay about that. Oh man, if we don't take the Ares buff now, we might not get a chance to get an Ares buff. Because it'll burn the charge of this, the forced appearance, but I do really want the double boon. I'm going to take the Ares option here, but I'm not happy about it. Oh hey, I think this is bad for us.
Short
Bad time to be
That's a
slow.
low blow, sir. I thought you were the big honorable type.
You mock my sense of honor. Common tactic. Now prepare.
How many people do you think he's actually down here fighting all the time? Like, when he says common tactic, you know, it just makes it sound like he's down here like doing battle constantly. But I thought I was kind of a special case, you know? Need my ammo. Oh god. Ow. This is a case where I would actually be like super glad to see that Artemis buff that makes your ammo drop faster. How did she not take any damage from either of the chain lightnings? Also, I don't think I realized until just now that when he does his jump strike, it also shoots a blast forward. I thought we were going to be safe from the jump strike by hiding behind that pillar, but that was not the case. I'm pretty sure I just took damage from his jump slash while we were in the middle of our deflect dash. Ah, okay, that was almost really bad. Ah. I couldn't dash out of it. It was too much distance. Alright, enough Medusa. Enough Gorgon nonsense. Sometimes when he's like running right at you and you dash through a pillar, he steers around it, which makes my life a lot harder. That's a real bummer that we have just enough cast damage that I don't quite kill the Gorgons with the first cast hit. Zeus is just gonna kill him.
I'm glad we've made a habit of it thus.
Got him that time.
I wish Zeus had finished him off there. That would have been an entertaining bit of scripting. Okay, we are one encounter off of the Chaos Boon turning back. I cannot wait.
Well, my hellborn kin, my blessing now is yours to do with as you wish, provided you inflict a little suffering for me.
I mean, I don't even see how I have a choice. After you take damage, inflict doom on surrounding foes. Man, I kind of want to take Urge to Kill and everything, but we're going to do this, and I am going to just really, really hope that we see that revenge thing from Zeus.
What is it? Tell me, stranger, if it pleases you. How is it you keep running into me? I thought this the remotest corner of Elysium.
The ever-shifting chambers of the underworld leave quite a bit to chance. I took our meetings merely for coincidence.
When chance is too far-fetched to be believed, then it's the fates at play, or something else. I don't know whether to believe you, but I know that I want you to leave me now.
Wow. Rude. Okay, well, I mean, I will.
Take care then.
But not because you said so, because I think you're a dick and I don't want to be around you anymore. I think I'd rather have the heart than the gold. That would be enough gold that we would be immediately in a good position to shop, but we're getting close to sticks, I think. I'm going to take the heart. I'm not sure that we're going to see another shop before Theseus. Yeah, I've really come around on Poseidon pushback stuff. It's actually very good. I like it a lot. I don't think I realized that the Revenge Lightning Bolt is an area attack. I thought it just did damage to the enemy that hit you. But we saw there pretty clearly that it actually hit everybody around the enemy who dealt damage to me as well. This would be a cool time for the room to end. No? Well, I guess the good news for me is I have a call.
That one's rearming.
Okay, that went pretty smoothly. I sure wish I'd had more of my ammo there. We could have shortened that a little bit more. Pushing back. Ah, stupid spear. I missed him with the really, really narrow attack. Okay, well,
My chaos
I lived.
beam evolved into effect.
Narrowly, but in this game, surviving narrowly and not surviving are very, very different. And also, you know, in life. We are absolutely taking Eye of Lamia, no question about that. And then, yeah, Yarn makes sense, I think. Let's go get another Ares beam. Okay, please, please, please. Let me see some food drop off of this eye quickly. Okay. We did in fact get one. It turns out all you have to do is ask.
Get out.
I wish I were playing well enough that our revenge effects didn't keep coming into play. I didn't even see what hit me there. I just like took a large amount of damage without having any idea why. Please let me kill this guy. I just don't want to have to deal with him shooting arrows at me from a distance forever. Where the hell is all my ammo? It's over here. Because the big downside of cast builds is that I am rarely paying enough attention to know where my ammo is going. Vengeful Mood. Your revenge effects sometimes occur without taking... Oh, this was a duo boon. It wasn't just a Zeus thing. Well, absolutely we are taking it then. Yeah,
This means war.
that's real good for us. And this is 80 gemstones. I don't think I'm doing it. I think we are not in a position where a trove trial is a good idea. So, hard versus gold again, I think is hard again. I can't believe I didn't remember that was a duo. I was just like, you know, Zeus is a real vengeful dude. That makes sense. Did my chain lightning just soar? Like, it hit the first enemy and then soared right past all of those other guys and didn't even attempt to hit them? That's a frustrating thing for it to do. Alright, 4 ammo is pretty cool. We are now done with chariots. Nope, never. You're never done with chariots.
Good, come on in.
Yeah, I think I'd really underestimated how valuable cast is for dealing with super annoying enemies like the chariots. We've had some real problems with them on runs
Thank the gods.
that I probably didn't need to be having, because I could have just shot them from a distance with the thing that you always have that lets you shoot people.
What's on offer?
I think we're definitely taking another eye. Yeah, let's just do this again. And then shop and Artemis buff. Well, that's not a very difficult choice at 48 gold.
You're pretty close with Ares, aren't you? And here they said it couldn't be done. If I were you, I'd watch myself with him.
Alright, do we want support fire? Or do we want quick reload? Quick reload is actually kind of compelling. Special... Oh man, actually all three of these are kind of compelling. I think we want to take support fire. It's just very, like... It's very a lot of extra damage. Attack, cast, and special. Yeah.
The might of the Huntress.
What a good boon. Why is Artemis so much better than everybody else? Alright, and then boss fight. 2 death denied charges left and we're only at half health. I'm pretty not happy with the long-term prospects of this run. I am not doing a great job here.
I swear, upon my honor, fiend, you shall not pass. Prepare yourself.
Alright, we're just gonna stay careful. And by stay careful, I mean slow down, stop just throwing stuff out, actually hit the enemies. Stupid Minotaur has all my ammo. Ow. I just ran forward into that. Like, I was concerned he wasn't going to be able to hit me easily enough. And he became impervious the instant it was time to hit him with stuff. What an asshole. So we are still getting, in addition to the free revenge thing, I am still getting the effects at appropriate revenge time as well. So they're going off a lot. We're dealing a lot of damage that I'm not having to press buttons for here. I'm also just getting hit by stuff constantly, despite the fact that I really, really shouldn't be. Okay. Wow, the instant I pressed the Q button, he went into his charge animation, and it took so long for the rest of the thing to complete that I got hit by it. You really do, you get locked in place for a long-ass time when you're doing that. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Alright, the good news is that when we have 3 dashes, I can travel such a distance that even when I stupidly dash out of the safe part of that pattern, I can get all the way clear. Although you would never know it from the way I'm... Jesus Christ. Well, this run's probably over, because I'm playing like absolute garbage during the boss fights.
Finally.
And also because at one point I died from stuff that I didn't even see. Yeah, this is over. Well, you know what we could do? We haven't done this yet. But we could take the tooth keepsake.
Which to choose?
That gives me 1 extra life. I mean, it's a little bit better than having 50 bonus health, right? Because I think I'm just gonna take the yarn. Yeah. It's a little bit better than having 50 bonus health because it'll also... Any damage that is over our max health from the hit that kills us is effectively lost as well. But this is a grim situation.
Father's realm.
A grim, bloody fable with an unhappy, bloody end. Alright. Not wild about the rewards we have over here. I guess we go this way. This is one of these... This is a thing that's going to come down to basically me stopping with all of the mistakes. Just going to have to like start playing better. It's not really about the luck of sticks. It's about me just like behaving in a sensible way throughout this part of the dungeon. I gotta say, my spirits are bolstered a little bit by those rooms. We really do have a lot of damage output. It was not enough to help us. It was not enough to help me not take dumb damage on the boss fight, but it might actually make a pretty huge difference in these little rooms. We're gonna spend a lot of time not actually being vulnerable to stuff. Wait, don't stand by the poison vent. You know this. Also, the fact that my dash has deflect on it will mean that we can dash through the saw blades a lot in a way that's probably going to be pretty helpful. I think I might have pushed him away from the saw blade there. No, okay, it's still hitting him.
Place is crawling with these.
And we're doing enough damage to like strip enemy armor really quickly. This is maybe a good time to Zeus away that satyr. He was, for some reason, he had become incredibly hard to hit. He was doing a really good job of just staying exactly far enough away from me.
That's a relief.
Well, that could have gone better. but it wasn't horrible. It's not impossible that we could end up buying a Kiss of Styx from a well, so that's cool. That would be helpful. Do I want the pomegranate now, or do I want the Artemis buff first? I think let's go for the pomegranate now. God, support fire makes these rooms full of tiny enemies so easy. Never have to worry about anything sneaking up on you. I don't even know what's happening. I'm pretty much just like mashing all the buttons. The lights go off and then my health bar is still high, so I assume I'm doing a good job. I did somehow take damage there from an enemy that I think was still spawning. Maybe you can't stand over top of them during their like dig out of the ground animation. Alright, well that was a pretty short branch. We are actually, I gotta remember, this is not a thing that is broadly, not a thing that's generally true, but it is a cool aspect of this run. We actually can win a fight by just standing in a safe place kind of near the enemies, because our revenge effects will passively kill them. Good to remember that that's an option. Ah, damn it. I was trying very hard not to do that thing. Zagreus, drink from the thing! Ah. Okay, well I was gonna greater call the hell out of the next wave, but apparently not gonna be an issue. Attack damage up, the doom... You know what? I'm gonna take that.
I grow stronger.
And is there anything we want to sell? No, we are definitely not selling any of these boons. What a good group of boons.
Down the chute.
So we have like no health now.
Need to keep looking down those passageways.
I don't think I'm buying any pomegranates. I think we are potentially saving money for wells here. I need anything that's going to give me health. Keep generating support fire. Alright, show me health items.
Some of Charon's ways.
Alright. Hard to argue with. Being able to buy an extra charge of life there was a big deal. Definitely right not to buy the pomegranates. Alright, there we go. That's the big challenge of this room was getting them close together. Okay, well this is going all right so far. This particular branch. I mean, the last room is always the challenge, right? Oh no, he's taking cover on top of the poison vent. All right, thank God for the spear attack being long enough to keep him locked up from pretty much anywhere. That's a shame. I was kind of hoping that this was going to be the one. Alright. This isn't too bad so far. These are pretty easy enemies. I don't remember this room layout, so I don't remember what else is going to spawn here, though. Could get really bad. Alright, if it's just going to be laser snakes and little crawly guys, I'm 100% down with that. And it looks like that is in fact what it is. Also traps. I gotta remember the traps and not to stand on the traps. Definitely took damage in a couple of dumb ways there at the end. Probably it's Deadly Flourish, right? Like, that's a pretty good base damage increase.
I'll make every strike count.
It's interesting that the base damage increase on the special crit skill is so high, when the one on the normal crit skill is so very, very low. Like, even the epic version of the one that gives you crit on your normal attack is only like 30% damage boost. Especially since with some of the weapons, you want to use your special more than you want to use the normal attack. I think I go down the money tunnel? What are we looking at in the shop here? Is it an Artemis boon? Yeah. Or potentially the hammer. I mean, the pomegranates would be fine. I guess maybe Athena's the right call. Yeah, because Athena could give us damage reduction or something, which obviously would be very good. Boy, there's no attack animation on the possum's bite. You just like get close to them and immediately take damage. Why did I do that? Why did I dash over here into the corner where it was completely unsafe for me to move? There's so much garbage on the ground. Alright, show me good stuff. Yeah, an eye's pretty good. Do we want to take the yarn since we know we're going toward a boon? I'm wondering if maybe it's better to save the money for pomegranates. Yeah, I'm going to save it for pomegranates. I'm 100% into any food items they want to sell us, though. Slowly sliding away from me. Come on, let this be the right one. I just want to leave. I just want to go get killed by Hades. Honestly, the fact that we managed to pick up another Death Denied charge makes me feel a little bit better. Okay, we do have to do all 5 branches. That's not so bad. And I'm pretty happy about getting a room that is completely full of tiny enemies while we have the Eye of Lamia. So wait, is this room just a bunch of the little possums and one big armored one? Because that's actually awesome for us. Especially considering that the Poseidon Spear attack allows me to keep this thing at bay forever. Like, it literally can never get in melee range if it's the only thing I have to focus on. Feels a little unsporting, I guess. Apparently that Ares revenge thing only goes off on people who are right on top of you. He has a lot of health. But there's not really a compelling reason for me to do anything else here, right? So I guess we're just gonna keep this up. Hey everybody, how are you doing? I'm having kind of a weird experience, a weird little... problem is too strong for it, but a weird little thing is happening to me in my life. I bought a new laptop, because my old laptop is really old. I don't even remember exactly when I bought it, but it's old enough that when I was looking for some RPG books on it recently, I found a file that had a last... I forgot which button does what there. I found a button that had a file that had a last modified date in 2005.
Olympus, I accept this message.
And over time, you know, it's gotten worse. Things break down over time. When you deflect attacks, it deals more damage. I don't think that's going to be all that big against Zeus, or against Hades, but extra charge of Death Defiance, I think, is the right call. Yeah.
Athena's power.
So, you know, it's broken down over time, and at this point, the case has cracked so many times and stuff that when you pick it up, it sort of like sags as though it was not a solid object. It looks like a laptop made of, I don't know, gelatin or something. So I figured, that's pretty bad. At some point, one of the boards is going to crack in half or something. I should probably just go ahead and get a new one. And I did. And it's here, and I've been playing with it a little bit, and the thing is, at this point, there's not really a reason for me to keep using the old one, right? Probably what I should do is just dispose of it. But like I said, I've had it for at least 14 years, and I'm not... Like, that's the vast majority of my adult life. I've been using that laptop. When I originally bought it, it was because I did not have a desktop computer anymore, and it was just like... It was my everything computer. I played World of Warcraft on that, and, you know... You know, old guy stuff. But, like, I feel bad. The thought of throwing it out makes me feel like I'm abandoning it in like, a really stupid way. A way that I can consciously recognize as stupid. But I don't seem to be able to get over it, either. The fact that I know that it's an inanimate object is not helping me feel like it's an inanimate object. Boy, we have a lot of money. Did that satyr just yell oddish? Are satyrs Pokemon? I mean, I guess if he was Pokemon, he would have said satyr. Maybe he is an oddish. I know that oddish is the name of a Pokemon, but I don't know enough about it to know what it looks like. Maybe it's that.
Just the foul sack I need.
Zagreus, come on, man.
Yum.
To be perfectly honest with you, I have gone from feeling like the run was basically over to feeling like we are maybe in a really good position here. Do I want the hammer? I don't think I want the hammer. I don't think I care enough about the hammer, but I think I'm into this boon.
Take this one.
Show me this. Cast fires a second projectile. Oh yes, obviously that's right.
Artemis
Why is Artemis so much better than all the other gods? And then we take the 2 pomegranates over if we could guarantee that the Hermes buff was going to have the dodge thing in it, I would take the Hermes thing. But we can't, and all of his other boons are pretty bad, I think. So I'm just going to go for this.
Delicious.
Bonus electric shot damage. I like it very much.
Should help keep me going.
Honestly, the support fire was there. I probably should have taken support fire. And then Heaven's Vengeance, I guess? Alright. We have a thing going here. We have a build.
The prince persuades the underworld's ferocious guardian to move aside.
And it doesn't really take that much persuading.
Thank you, boy.
The sack contains vermin. Feels a little judgmental. Yeah, and that laptop story doesn't really have an ending. Like, I legitimately still don't know what I'm going to do. Part of me wants to just find a safe place to keep that laptop forever.
I don't think
I'd never use it again. I don't know.
Why? Why do you keep showing up? In spite of knowing that the outcome shall be just the same as how it always was.
That's a very tortured sentence.
Beats having to toil away under your overbearing supervision. Besides, as you may be aware, I've recently made up my mind to leave this place.
And my mind is always as it can have shall be.
Yeah, utterly incorrigible. When next we meet here, then we'll keep it brief. I have grown weary of our aimless conversations. Now prepare.
That's Hades telling me you have heard all of the voice lines. Listen, recording's not cheap. Okay, I did it again there. The thing where instead of dashing, I try to throw the spear and use the rush to get out of attacks, and it worked that time, which is probably actually a bad thing because now I'm gonna continue to feel like that's a real strategy.
You've no control over your brutish strength.
I'll show you brutish strength.
And I'll show you the might that vanquish the Titans themselves.
We definitely are getting, a fair amount of repeated dialogue here. Did I really not make contact with any of them? God, look at the damage output. Here's the secret. You can learn to be better at the game. You can just, have tactics. Or, you could get a good build and have the numbers be so high that you don't have to play the game well. Just throwing casts at the wall. It looks so cool when he does it. He's a bad influence on me.
Yeah, boy.
Somebody should call Child Protective Services. Help, my dad keeps trying to murder me with a huge spear.
Again.
Alright, we're gonna wait until he's not invincible anymore and then Greater Call. Get him, Zeus. Hey, Zeus, get this thing. Yeah. You know what I like about Zeus? He plays along. None of this Aphrodite nonsense where she fires a projectile out in a direction where there aren't any enemies. That's not gonna work. I'm just gonna get away from that. Oh god. Oh god. There's so much cast ammo. Thank you, Zeus. I really thought I'd killed that one. Okay. Jesus. I was like, why won't he die? This is a pretty good start. Yeah, the thing that boon that gives you a second shot on your cast but at reduced damage is so good. Ow. He was a little too off screen there, and I could not see that he was starting his combo. And then I did the worst dash of all time. We do have to remember that these extra lives that we have are not all actual extra lives. The one from the tooth is, we do not actually get a ton of health from it. So we don't have quite as much room to screw around as it looks like, but I think we're going to be okay. Let's just use the cover here. Ow, I stopped attacking. I was like, hey, don't blow up that urn, because you're going to be real sad about the hands. And then I think what happened is my my revenge effect went off on it.
That you of all my kin would be the one to do this to me.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was Zeus coming down from above and going, hey, I'll destroy that urn for you.
See you at home.
Alright, he's really milking it. He's really milking it there. He didn't need to do that. 50 minutes. Hey, we're getting even faster. And look at that, like an actual streak is building up.
Sure.
He's as unexcited about the diamonds as I am.
The trials of Prince Zagreus have only just begun.
I do appreciate that these messages are all getting a little bit shorter. They're like, listen, you know what the deal is. You've heard it all. We're just gonna get you back in the blood pool.
Please, everybody, hold your applause.
Alright, so we have 3 ambrosia. Who shall we distribute it to? I definitely want to give 1 to Orpheus, but I bet we won't be able to give him 2.
You happen to run into my brother anywhere out there by any chance? Haven't seen him in ages. What's with the long assignment?
Something about a war. Father sent Thanatos to take stock, but you're right. It's been a while now that you mention it. I guess a lot's occurred down here since then.
I'll say, the lounge reopened. Let's see, what else? Anyway, you see my brother out
That's
there?
it.
You tell him we've got everything here under control.
Everything under control. Sure.
I did not know that Thanatos and Hypnos were brothers. I wonder if Thanatos is the other character then.
I'm looking all over for you.
I'm trying to think, have they mentioned anybody by name who didn't eventually appear? Maybe not. The Fates have come up once or twice. I think the Fates are actual characters. I might be getting confused with Disney's Hercules.
So you're really not going to answer my question about Mother from the other time until the underworld renovations are complete?
I know not what you're going on about there, boy. Although my focus is entirely upon the renovations, yes. Perhaps someday or night when this place is in proper working order, I shall have more time for your insipid questions.
Excellent. Can't wait.
Yeah, like, honestly, I'm very excited.
The Fury Megara is under orders to prevent your passage out of Tartarus, my child. Conflict between the two of you is unavoidable. It brings me pain to have to see you fight.
Don't say that, Nyx. Besides, conflict between Megara and me has always put the spark in our relationship. We're going to be fine.
Yeah, if we found Megara down here again, I think she would be a good person to give some ambrosia to, because I feel bad for her too.
I'm sorry that you died again out there, Your Highness.
Well, I mean, only sort of, though. I only kind of sort of died. I will definitely pay 2 diamonds for a purple key. We still have some stuff left to unlock. But we're going to be able to actually get purple keys again.
Let's give this
after
shade
this.
some work.
I will also definitely buy this.
Here's the commission.
No more, no Orpheus around here. He might be over talking to Achilles or something. I am not going to buy repairs to the lounge flooring. I don't care about that. Yeah, here he is.
You're much too modest, Lord Achilles, for someone with such a number of heroic deeds and glorious decapitations to his name. You ought to be more like ever-boastful Zagreus and talk it up some more.
Oh, fear not, Orpheus. I was quite boastful in my day. And would you look at where it got me? Besides, I've not the imagination to come up with tales as tall as those of our Prince Zagreus.
They can see I'm here, right? They're just razzing me.
What can I say? I try.
And I can't give people ambrosia when they are embroiled in conversation. He needs to stop doing that. I also am not allowed to pet the dog.
The ever-faithful Cerberus remains resting steadfastly in his spot.
You know what I can do, though?
Cerberus is overjoyed to have received such a delicious treat.
Aha, I found a way to pet the dog. Nothing can stop me.
There's a good boy. Thought you'd like that.
Alright, so I think at this point we are done with all of the 1 heat runs, and I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do for the next one. We could just go up to 2 heat. I'm definitely going to turn on the extra sisters. And I guess we just take whatever weapon has the darkness on it. We're still building up a lot of...
gain more darkness with this.
Still very slowly building up the chance of getting rare boons, or epic quality boons. I wonder if where this thing caps out. It seems like the sensible thing to do is to continue to increase it forever. We should probably unlock Olympian Favor at some point. And just, we can probably, between the 2 of these, make it very unlikely to ever see a standard quality boon again. And then, with our 1 key, do we have any aspects that we could unlock? I think we already have both the sword ones. Yeah. We have both the spear and both the shield. We could do the Chiron aspect, I guess. I know that's not the thing that has the darkness on it, but... Or we could unlock the Eris aspect, but it just doesn't seem like it... I don't know, it doesn't seem like it changes very much. For 8 seconds after absorbing your specials blast. It's just small. It's such a small amount of bonus damage. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. You know what? We're gonna disregard the darkness boon. We're gonna try this. This is what we will be doing next round. The Chiron aspect. Your special automatically seeks the foe last struck by your attack. So, this is what that's gonna look like. That's pretty cool, right? Okay, it has a limited amount of time, but there are a lot of cool boons we could get on our special that would make that would be really powerful with that. You know what might be really neat actually is forcing Zeus again, because he has a thing that makes your hits from your special cause lightning bolts to strike. I don't know if that'll actually work the way I wanted to, but that might be worth trying. In any case, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time, tomorrow, for more bow runs, because nobody can ever get enough of that. And we'll see you then.